Well, it's been another interesting week here for Kenny's Two Pennies to look at, but I will say it's been an interesting week in Western and in Northern New York, shall we say. Boy, the lake effect machine really cranked up, probably due to my hero under fire, Bill Cosby saying, "Turn on the lake effect machine," and that's exactly what happened. Boy, those were some incredulous snow totals they received in Buffalo, south of Buffalo, and I mean even that lake effect machine cranked up and went all the way into Livingston County and all over the southern tier. And of course, northern New York wasn't spared either. Watertown and the Tug Hill Plateau got some incredulous amounts of snow. But how about it? Almost 7 to 8 feet of snow fell in the Buffalo area. And you know what? There was so much snow, they had to move the game for the Bills from Ralph Wilson Stadium to Ford Field in Detroit. Hell, the Bills were offering $10 an hour plus free game tickets to anyone who volunteered to come to try to shovel snow. But you know, they had travel bans in effect. The thruway was closed from Henrietta all the way to Pennsylvania for about 3 days. So, who could get to Ralph Wilson Stadium to shovel all that snow? Those were some incredible snowdrifts. And you know what? The people up there around Niagara Falls, especially my friend Suzanne Warmouth Burke, her husband and their family, were just laughing it up. 'Cause you know what? Niagara Falls only got like 1.5 to 2 inches of snow. And because Suzanne and Mike live up in Lewiston, they didn't really get much snow at all. Shows you what happens when the lake effect machine really cranks up. One place you could get hammered, although not with a ball peen. And the other place, they're probably going But now, because the temperature has reached 60 degrees, most of that snow is gonna melt. And where's it gonna go? Into the storm drains and into the river and into the creek. Well, you wanna know something? Buffalo, I sympathize with you. I mean, few years ago when I was up around there, I had to do white knuckle driving through one of those lake effect bands one time. Boy, I really feel for the people of Buffalo. They get hammered in more ways than one. And of course, good luck to the Bills in Detroit tonight, because you know, they're going to be playing the Jets, Jets. Let's hope they put that doggy killer Vic on his back quite a few times, shall we? Well, it's that time of year again, folks. It's that time for turkey. It's that time for cranberry sauce. It's that time for mashed potatoes. It's that time for pumpkin pie. Yes, it's Thanksgiving time here. And you know what? It's a nice time to be with family and friends. It's a nice time to remember that there are those in this world who do not have a place to sleep or enough food to eat. Or those of us who like Bill Cosby in that classic episode who go out in the rain all day because his family can't do without certain things. Well, you know, why don't you come to my house? I'm going to have a dinner a la the Peanuts gang. Yeah, I'm going to have toast, popcorn, pretzel sticks, and jelly beans waiting for you. Yep, it's Thanksgiving time. Time to be with family and friends and time to watch an enormous amount of football. The people in Detroit and Dallas always have great games on Thanksgiving Day. Plus, it's college rivalry weekend. So we get to see the Iron Bowl. We get to see Notre Dame USC. We get to see Grambling Southern. It's a big weekend, big week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And let me just tell you about football. Did anybody see Odell Beckham's imitation of a pretzel? That was a hell of a catch, you know, even though it wasn't a losing cause. Who knew that Odell could bend it like Beckham and stretch like a pretzel? And he brings in the ball. What a catch. But the only one who can bend it like Beckham is maybe David Beckham. Of course, Odell Beckham decided to bend it, shall we? And enough with the in-joke, shall we? Let's just congratulate Beckham on a hell of a catch. But I will say, because even though I've mentioned him a couple of times, it seems as though there's more people bringing up preposterous stories about Bill Cosby. Heck, even a couple of famous models are now jumping on the bandwagon. Well, you know what? These stories are getting more preposterous, they're getting more disgraceful, But Mr. Cosby is a great guy. I don't think he's guilty of anything, And the thing is, I'm sick and tired of hearing all the prejudice, guesswork, and innuendo all of these supposed victims are bringing up. And you gotta question. It's been years since it supposedly happened. Yeah, it just seems as though one person wants to say something, then everybody jumps on the bandwagon. Look at what happened to Joe Paterno. Look at what happened to Bernie Fine. And look what's going on with Bill Cosby. Leave Cosby alone. He's not guilty of anything other than being a good comic, a great person, and anything. Stop it. And I will give a shout out to the Syracuse Orange. It's going to be an interesting week for the basketball and the football teams. It's Thanksgiving week, and they play several Catholic teams. Last week, the Orange, even though it was a consolation prize, they went down to Madison Square Garden, lost to California, but they beat Iowa to finish third in the 2K Classic. And they play two Catholic schools this week on the hard court. First, Loyola, Maryland on Tuesday, and then Friday, the team from Worcester, Massachusetts, that Robin with Batman and Robin had to say when he saw something on the lawn. Holy cross, Batman, look at that. And of course, thankfully, the football team ends its miserable season against another great Catholic institution. They play Boston College on Saturday. And you know what? This nightmare of a season finally will be over. So the Cuse can lick its wounds, get ready for 2015. As I think things will be better. Just a whole bunch of things happened for the Cuse this year that were unfortunate. All the injuries, having to use 4 quarterbacks. Shaper and his team better get something going. They better find a way to improve the offense. There's no more of this. We'll give you a mulligan this year, Shaper, but you better shape up next year, or maybe you and all of your thumping and everything will be gone. But you know what? That's the way I'm going to end this. Just hoping for the future for the Cuse on the gridiron. And hoping we beat Loyola and Holy Cross. And let's go Bills tonight in Detroit. I'm Ken Haas, and that's my story this Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And let's go Minders as they tip off their basketball season. Coach Ciotti and Liam. Let's do it, Blue Devils.